Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Is anyone still here? Oh, we got held up at Shasta. We were driving down from Oregon, stopped in Weed again, got held up in Shasta for something. So let me see if you could hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello, Graham. Lindy and Lovey. Hello, Lindy. I'm supposed to be meeting you today. Could you email me your number so I can contact you? Right now, I'm not sure where we are. I think we're in Chico or in Redding, somewhere along that, trying, when you're on the road, trying to find a spot where you can get good internet. We've tried a couple places and finally, got a spot. So hello. How's everyone doing? Look, I even got my sunglasses on here. Hey, Topi, how are you? Adele, hello. Nora, okay, thumbs up. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. What a whirlwind of a week it has been. We did a hike today. Do you believe that? We've already done a hike this morning. Where did we do that hike, Jessica? Oh, at
We wanted to go see the falls.
we went to see. No, we didn't do the hike at the falls today. We did the hike. It's called Cascade Crags or something, but I'm going to do a video on it. They're beautiful, beautiful, and I'm telling you, we went Castle Crags, Castle Crags or Castle Crags.
No, Castle Crags.
We when I went into the state, it's a state park. When I went into the state park, the ranger told me, "Oh, we'll go up that way." And I have a state park pass, so I got half off. So it's $4 to go in. He said, "Go up that. It's Vista Point. It's no problem, because I saw it says, no trailers or no um uh RVs." So I said, "Well, what about this van?" He goes, "Oh, that won't be a problem. That won't be a problem. It's just under the limit, so you can make it. There are some what do you call those when you go back and forth? But there are some, a windy road." Let me tell you something. I felt like going down there and doing some damage. When I got on that road, once you get on it, it's only one lane. So if you're coming up and someone's coming down, God forbid they're the same size as me. And as I was going around, I'm telling you, I felt like that movie with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz when they were going over the side. My back one, I'm sure one of the left one was over the side. And then it was just, I felt like stopping in the middle of the road and just getting out and screaming and crying, but I couldn't because I'm in the middle of the road. Yeah, I did a video on it. You'll see it. But that road was like this wide going up. And then I'm thinking, how in the world am I going to come down? I just felt like camping up there and never coming down. I did not want to drive back down that road. And it was like, oh, it was just tiny with switchbacks. That's what they're called. Had all kind of switchbacks. But anyhow, I have a video. Maybe next week I'll show it. I don't know. It's so crazy, but the views are so beautiful that I may show it. Oh, hey, Kenneth says, I miss what you say. Hi, Stuart Riley. Yeah, that's right. Switchbacks. Oh, my goodness. I'm just speechless even talking about it. And I have a fear of heights. Now, I do go up high places. I do fly, but I have a fear of heights. And I'm telling you, my stomach was in my knees and I was on the verge of having a full-blown panic attack. But I'm driving and Jessica's laughing. She thought it was so funny. She thought it was a riot. She goes, "You're not afraid of anything, Mom." And I was like, "Jessica, don't even talk to me. Please don't talk to me. I don't want to be distracted by even the sound of you talking." That's how scared I was. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey, Butterfly Tracks, how's it going? I was going to get you on here last week and we'll try and see if we can do that this week. I'm probably going to leave early because I'm supposed to be meeting up with Lindy and Lovey and also Lily. So she told me to give her about an hour's notice when I'm coming down, and we got tied up in Shasta, so we're later than we expected. And then I've got to be somewhere tomorrow to celebrate Father's Day with my older brother. Hi, Estella. How are you? Hey, Graham. Yeah, I needed prayers, Graham. Trust me, I did. Sage, I said hello. Hi, Lorianne Hancock. When you hear you should be okay, don't do it. You know what, Lori? That is some good advice. Shouldn't isn't will, and okay isn't good. See, yep. When you see the road, and then I'll come back and get the I'll come back and get the comments in a second. Then we parked, and he said the Vista's right there, and parked down below. So we parked below. Well, where we parked, there's a sign, pointing to Cascade Dome or something. And so we get out and we're starting to walk, and I'm looking, and he had told me it's only a quarter of a mile and it's a very easy, easy walk. And I'm looking at all the signs for this walk, and it's saying Pacific, what is it? Pacific Trail or something, that Pacific Trail thing. And then it's saying, that the trail that you're walking on narrows to like 2 feet or something. Well, I'm over 2 feet wide, so I'm thinking, well, how am I going to go on this trail? Then it's talking about it's 2.8 miles up, and I'm like, what the heck? Turns out Pacific Coast Trail, I think that's it. We were on the wrong trail. Thank goodness I asked someone, and they said, oh no, this is very rigorous, very strenuous. I was thinking, that's all I need to be on a very, very strenuous uphill switch, but all kinds of. So we got on the right trail. We got on the senior trail. Although I was still scared to death on that trail because it was way up high. And when you look down, there was this big ravine. And I was like, I was trying to walk to the right. So, and Jessica's running ahead. I was so scared I couldn't even call her back from the edge. That's just how scared. Well, you were going pretty fast. She was way up ahead of me.
But I got that. I got this.
Yeah, she's got it all right.
You're supposed to get it too.
Yeah, well, I wasn't getting it very well. Hey, Simply C says, oh, please don't end early. Just teasing. We love every moment you can share with us. Oh, I'm telling you. Hey, Mo Bang, where are you, Tim? Tim is off exploring, wandering around the country. I don't know where he is now. Where are you headed from here, Tim? Were you going to Georgia? I think I heard the meetup that used to be called Mayberry in North Carolina has been changed, I've heard, to Georgia. I'm not sure. Hey, Dream on Wheels, how are you doing? I was supposed to be interviewing Dream on Wheels, and I kept saying, oh, I want to interview. They're the cutest couple. Go over and check out their channel. They're a family, and they've got their 2 kids with them who apparently love RVing. And just go over and check out their channel. And I do want to interview you guys. I kept saying, well, maybe this afternoon. Then it would rain, and then I'd go do something else, and I had something else, and I never got. I did though, Dream on Wheels. I did go by the morning that I was leaving, and I knocked on your trailer, and your daughter said you were still resting up from the night before, because we stayed up pretty late the night before. So, but we will catch up. I know you said you're going to be in Quartzsite, so we will catch up. I do definitely want to do an interview with Dream on Wheels, because again, they're a family, and they're doing this like when the next to the last night, I said, well, where are you going tomorrow? She says, well, we don't know. We're going to decide in about a half an hour. Now that's really being a nomad, deciding as you decide, where you're going to go, where the call is to go. So, but we will get, hopefully, Dream on Wheels. Hey, Van Life Voyages says, hope you feel better, Topi. Oh, I'm sorry you're under the weather, Topi. But Van Life Voyages was at the meetup. So many people were there, and it was so much fun. Richard Pauly says, I'm in Oregon. Yeah, the trails on the coast are kind of scary. Well, this one was, right in that national park, but I'll show it to you. Nora says, don't let anyone know where you are, Tim. Hey, Tim, you can let us know where you are. We're not going to have you do jobs from remote. So you're safe. You're safe, Tim. Nana Train says Senior Trail is just my speed too. Yeah, well, it wasn't quite senior enough, Nana Train, but it was better than the Pacific Coast Trail. I think is that called the Pacific Coast Pacific something, that big trail that goes all across the country or something. Hey, Janice Mayberry, he's in Washington. Oh, okay. So Janice ratted you out. Tim told everyone where you are. Mo Bang says is in the way to Nia Bay, the toppest part of Northwest America, where the road ends. Oh, that's interesting. Well, Janice, she was over at the meetup too. Oh, I mean, everyone, you guys have to make this meetup. It was so much fun. I'll tell you. Hey, Element Lifestyle, how's it going? I was, I danced more Sunday night than I have danced in since I was in my 20s. So that's what, 20, I'm 69 now. So almost 50 years. I danced my, as they say, I danced my tail off. It was, everyone was up there dancing. I mean, it was just, I even dragged Jessica up and made her dance a little bit.
It was been high.
No, I wasn't high. That's right. No, I was not. But I was not feeling any pain. I will admit that.
Well, no, not that, but just high in excitement. I mean.
Oh, high in excitement. Okay, yeah, I was high in excitement, and I had this something called sweet something moonshine. Oh my words! You talk about, they had an apple one that it went down smooth, but after a couple of sips, you were feeling no pain. I think none of us were feeling any pain. I don't think anyone got up the next day till noon. We had all these plans the next day, and then the moonshine took us out. But it was so, I didn't record any of it because it was a Sunday, and I don't record on Sundays. And I was thinking the other day, why didn't I record that? And then I remembered, oh, it was Sunday. That's why. But hey, next year we'll have to, I think next year is going to be huge. And if you don't make your reservations for O'22 well in advance, you're going to be in a park down the road instead of in whatever park they have it at. Hey, Pacific Crest Trail. Thank you, CTV. Well, I can actually say I went on the Pacific Crest Trail. Only for about 2 feet, but hey, who's counting? Gavin's Nana says, hey, everyone. Hi, Gavin's Nana. How are you? Element Lifestyle says, I'll be going to Oregon next week. Oh, it was just spectacular. It's a little town called Prospect, and right down about 10 miles down, 12 miles, is a place called Shady Cove. But the place that stole my heart, as you saw in the video I posted this morning, is Jacksonville. Oh my words, that is just like on the top of the world. Beautiful, cute little shops. And I tell you, I was going to go I went into the Jacksonville Inn, as if you saw my video, but I saw those stairs and I said, you know what, I've done enough hiking and enough stairs. I'm not going down those stairs. But it smelled so good in there. I felt like the Pied Piper was summoning me down those stairs. It smelled so good. So, but I am going back. So, hey, no pro go pronto. Okay. Says hello from New York City. Hello. Richard Pauly says, I know you, I follow you thanks to Jan Butterfly Tracks. Ah, yes, it's called the Pacific Northwest Trail. Yep, I was on it for a couple of feet. That's about all. You'd have to send an ambulance in to get me if I went further than that. Simply C says, good to hear Jessica laughing early. Sounds like she is also enjoying her recent adventures. Well, she keeps telling me she went like this just now.
Not as much as you, Mom.
She says, not as much as me. She's not the adventurer that I am. Now, here I am, almost 70, and she's 19, and she's not the adventurer that I am. But hey, moonshine, yep, Mo bang for your bucks. That was some good moonshine, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Graham says, good day, Jessica. Stick your head in and shout and say hello.
Say hello to who?
To everyone.
Okay, sure.
Okay, well, her hair is kind of a little bit.
Ow!
Okay, here she is. Hello. Okay. Hello. All right, that's her cameo for the day. Inspired to Wonder says, I love Jacksonville. They have a great quilt shop. They have great everything there. Great food, great shops, great taverns. and beautiful. I really wanted to go. There's a place, I think about 20 miles past up in the mountains, called Applegate. And it was just, I wanted to go there, but I didn't get a chance. But I'm going back. I have to go back in end of July sometime to Oregon. So I will be heading back, hopefully. Ohio Girl 419 Lynette says, good evening, everyone. 624 here. Hello, hello. Sylvia Torres says, Carol, if it was 2 feet, you did it. That's right. I'm counting it. I'll put that on my resume. Walked on the Pacific Trail. That's how I'll say it. I won't say I walked it, but I'll walked on the Pacific Trail. That's what I'll say. Soko Bori says, Sylvia, I need advice. Huh? Okay. Who is that says Jacksonville hosted W. Bush years ago during his presidential campaign? Really? Huh. So some celebrities have been there, huh? Nora's saying hi to you, Jessica.
Hello.
Jill Wiggins is saying hi also. And so simply see
Hi.
Everyone.
Hi.
Mo Bang says Jessica can dance.
Oh, gee. Thank you.
She says thanks, Tim. Lindy and Lovey. Don't forget, Lindy, email me and give me your number in the email so I can call you so we can decide where we're going to meet. Kelly K says hello from Utah. Nice to hear you had fun. It was fun. That's all I can say. It was a lot of fun and good food. Every night they had a buffet, potluck. I mean, some great food. Oh, Inspired to Wander says the Applegate Valley is so beautiful. Yes, that's what I hear, and that's where I want to go check out next time. And I hear the property is pretty. Jessica,
get down.
Leave him alone.
He's trying to hop over the box.
Just leave him alone.
Right.
Graham says adventures are in your blood, Jessica. Accept it.
Oh, thank you. All right, fine.
She says, okay, fine. Janice says, hi, Lindy. I waved as I passed Sacramento. Oh, my goodness. Nora says, leave thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Nora. I always forget to say that. Oh, my goodness. Roaming Ruka says, hello, everyone. Lindy and Lovey says, gosh, Janice, sorry to have missed you. Inspired to Wander says, hello, Tim. Loving your adventure videos. Thank you. Tim says, thank you. Raven Martian says, I hope to get to try Bella. That's the other one. Bella Union Restaurant. Also, I was told Bella Union, Jacksonville Inn, and Las Palmas Mexican Restaurant. Those 3. So when I go back, I'm going to stay long enough to eat a meal at each of those restaurants, and I'll give you a review and tell you how they are. Also, I stopped by, Jessica is always telling me, no, keep going, stop, don't stop, because, I'm stopping everywhere. Who is it that says, Janice says, I stop at every rose and onion. But, I saw a shed place, so I did a U-turn and went back. And he was just about to close, but he said, okay, I'll let you walk through. And I said, I'll video it. And he goes, okay, all right. So I was looking at these sheds, but I'll show you and let you see what I videoed. I had so many videos. I don't know how I'm going to get them. Some of them, obviously, I'm putting them up unedited, as you can see, but others I'm going to have edited and then get them up. But I interviewed Gracie from Gracie and Jock's Adventures, and her house is for sale, and she is hitting the road. She's cut all ties and hitting the road. And then someone else, Brene, was there, and she is getting ready. Well, she's not sure. She is this summer experimenting and seeing if this is going to be for her. So I thought that would be interesting and then I did a panel with the 2 of them. So I think they have some interesting tips to share. And also Renee from Renee Deucewriter. Just a lot of good interviews coming up with folks that have some interesting perspective, I think, on things. And let me go back to the comments. Janice says, Lindy Carroll was supposed to give it to me. What was I supposed to give to you, Janice? I miss. Stephanie Simon says hello to Simmons, says hello to all Globies. Hi, Stephanie. Tony Malone says hi from Central Texas 103. Holy moly. I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry you're in 103, but we were just in Weed. We spent the night up in Weed tonight. since everyone was so friendly and nice to us there. And it was 41 when we got up this morning. I was loving it, actually. I hope it is cooler where you are. Yep, it was 41. Although I'm now heading to Sacramento, and I've heard that it's blazing. What is the temperature right now there in Sacramento, Lundy? Let me know. You see, I have this sweater on. I'm gonna have to take this off when I head down to Sacramento. Um, Valerie says Nashville watching moonshine will definitely make you dance. Hello, Nashville. Yes, moonshine made us all dance. We were all dancing fools that night. I mean, we danced like we were teenagers.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, we paid for it the next morning. We sure did. None of us, we were all moving slow that next day. Jill Wiggins says Jacksonville was oh yeah, it's a beautiful town. It's a beautiful town. Lindy and Lovey says, Janice, I was in van working all day, phone in house, didn't know we were meeting up tonight. Oh, Lindy and Lovey. Well, yeah, give me I don't remember, well, anyhow, yeah. So, but if you can't meet, let me know that too, because I have someone else I'm supposed to be meeting up with too, Lily. She was going to meet up with both of us, but let me know either way. Mo Bang says, Chef Santa cooking travels. Yes. Oh, Chef Santa cooking in the house. Hello, Chef. How are you? Still exploring Washington and head home along the Pacific coast. Oh, you'll have some great video then, Tim, if you're going along the Pacific coast going home. Nora says, love your pink glasses. I know. I told Jessica, give me some reading glasses, and these are the ones she gave me. They also have little decorations on the side or something. Hey, Sacco Bori, says Sylvia, I need help. I'm going crazy to start driving, but not sure how to start. Well, what is it you need help with? There's sure a lot of people on here who can answer questions. Lindy and Levy says, Chico is about an hour away. Okay, I don't know. We're in Chico or Redding. I know the radio came on for Chico and Redding, so we're in one of those. Lisa P. Hey, Lisa P. Said, I was watching your videos in Oregon. I didn't think you were going live. You must have been running a little late, I think. Yeah, I was trying to find a place where I could get good reception. Where are you at, Miss Lady? Someone said Sacramento, 78. Oh, here, not bad. Been in the 90s. Oh, that's not bad. The 90s. Yipes. I am somewhere around Redding, is my understanding. Redding or Chico, but I think somewhere around Redding. So Lindy's going to let me know if she still wants to meet up or not. And Locked for Life 707. Hello, Locked for Life. Says, hello, Miss Glorious and everyone in the chat room. Hello. Good to see you. Jill says, yesterday in Sacramento was nice, 80-ish. Ooh, I hope it's there when I get there. Janice says, are you back in the same location in Weed? Actually, Officer Rusty is going to wonder if we ever left. I know he'll look and say, did they ever leave? No, I'm not in the same location. I went over actually to the Love's Travel Center, and it was just a great spot. They were nice. I went in there. They had some mac and cheese that was banging good. And Jessica ate it all. I only got one bite. I turned around to look and it was gone. I was so like, good. She said it was so good. She couldn't help herself. But I asked them and they said, sure, go over there. He said he'll tell the manager. He gave me permission, not a problem. And there were several other minivans there that had reflectix up. So there were other campers there and there was, other people. But one of the things I noticed, I had seen a documentary not long ago talking about how truckers are having a hard time finding places to sleep at night, that they're all filled up. And I noticed that there were the place where the truckers are in back of the travel center was packed with trucks. There were trucks parked along the side of the road and in the side of the parking lot where it wasn't for trucks. And they were trucks all up and down the side of the road. And then while I was there, several cargo vans my size came in and they drove by, but there was no spot. So I don't know what's happening, but they were talking about how truckers, because truckers, they can only drive so many hours and they have to stop. they legally have to stop or they get in big trouble. So I've noticed going up and down the highways at night that there are a lot of truckers pulled off of exits that are parked along the exit, the shoulders on the exits going down the highway if you're out at night. But along interstates. But yeah, it was packed. There was no more room for truckers there. So it was a good thing we got there when we got there because we would not have got a spot either. Hey, Kaliana, Pacificana, hello, hello. It says aloha. It's a beautiful day in Oahu. It's always a beautiful day in Oahu. Are you kidding me? I love Oahu. I would love to be there right now. Lisa P. Lely says 78 now. Was in the 90s a few days ago. Yes, yes. I'm coming just at the right time. The 78 is my kind of weather, Lisa. So Nora says, wasn't today incredible, Sylvia? Just glorious weather today. It's been beautiful everywhere. You know, it did rain some up in Prospect where we were, but you know, it rained, and then one night it rained from like midnight to 7. I mean, buckets, and then it cleared up. So that's my kind of rain. I do have a short that I'm trying. You guys tell me what you think. I have a short, a minute, and I'll tell you. Let me give you the background on this short. Jessica and I had hiked down to the falls. Now, this is another one, Mills Creek Falls in Prospect, the waterfalls. Now, we had done the hike before, but I think we went a different way or something because it seems like we were going forever. We were going down hills and up hills and climbing over fallen trees. And I was like, what the heck? By the time we got there, I was like, holy moly. And we got about maybe where you could see the top of the parking lot, but the path went all the way up and around. And I was like, you know what? I just cannot make that. And I looked up and there's like this embankment, and the embankment went right up directly in front of our van. And I was like, forget this. I'm not walking all this way, that long way, quarter of a mile around to get to the van where I can see it here. Dumb me. I was like, Jessica, let's just climb up this embankment. We can do it. Because there were some rocks, and I thought, well, I can hold on to these rocks. That was the worst decision. I said, Jessica, and we got halfway up, and it was too steep to come back down. I was afraid I would run down and break my ankles. So I said, Jessica, you're gonna have to get behind me and push me up. So I was huffing. I was like, I was huffing and puffing going up that embankment. And so I had my camera going. And I'm like, should I air this or not? I sound like I'm like on my last my last few gasps for air. So it's a short. I may air it. I may not. I don't know.
Jessica was like, we did it.
Yeah, we got to the point and she was like, we did it. So maybe I will. I don't know. Yeah, but I was a little bit skeptical because the deputy sheriff that I was talking to this deputy sheriff that was up there. He was driving through the park we were camping at. So I spoke with him, and he was saying, well, be careful when you park there because there are a number of homeless people who have come up to Prospect now, and many who are not all homeless people, of course, but some there, he said, are on drugs. And he said, if you leave anything of value showing in your car that's parked there, they've had some break-ins because people know if you're hiking, you're going to be at least 20-30 minutes going down, 30 minutes. So it's a good hour to break in and leave. So I was like, I was trying to hurry down there because I didn't want anyone breaking into my car and hurry back. And then I was like, oh my goodness. So, and I brought my pepper spray with me. That's a whole nother story. I'll have to tell you about that another time. I'm a little embarrassed to tell you that story. But I brought my pepper spray, and it was the first time I just bought it. So I didn't know how to use it. So anyhow, that's a story for another time. But yeah, I'll have to decide if I'm going to air that short or not. What do you think, Jessica?
Yes.
Yes.
We are the champions.
We are the champions.
You did it.
Yeah. That was the dumbest move ever. Anyhow.
No, actually, it wasn't, because going the long way around, it would be it would have been too tiring. And that was a shortcut.
Yeah, it was a shortcut. It was a ridiculous shortcut. But anyhow, Sylvia says yes. Arcuda, the weather today feels so comfy, my kind of comfort. CTV says in some areas the truckers are running out of gas since a lot of stations are out of diesel fuel. I hadn't heard that. Wow. Lindy and Lovey says if Reading 2 to 3 hours away, okay. That's why I'm probably going to end in a few minutes. Alma Paredes says, hello, hello. Janice says, Judy, Tim will pass you before you get to the California border. Roadside assistance guy, hello. What state always mentioned the state always? It was Oregon. We're in Oregon. In California now, though. Back in California. Judy says, right. You Southern California speed racers. Not me now. Judy was, Janice was, she was putting the pedal to the metal a little bit there. Sako Bari says, Alma Paredes, I need advice to get on the road. Well, what kind of advice do you need? If you have specific questions, we can give you some specific answers. Janice says, poor Jessica, now she has to be shepherd too.
Huh?
Oh, well.
I don't mind. Yeah, usually I help her with that. Yeah.
Say she doesn't mind. She knows she has an old mommy, so she helps me. Hey, Patty, Southern Kitchen and More. Hello, saying hello. Graham says people are struggling all over and some are getting desperate. Yes, that's true. Very true. We want to hear about the pepper spray story. I'll tell you that another time. Enough. I can only tell you so many dumb moves at one time on my part. Adele says, just don't use those pepper sprays into the wind or you will be sprayed. I thought I had the wind going the right way, but anyhow. Hello, everyone. But yeah, it was a fabulous time. And the next meetup, I think the next one won't be till, well, my meetup in July. And then the next one I'm going to after that will be Lollapalooza, going to Lollapalooza in October. And that Lola from Lost on Land again, she has just a fabulous. I think a lot of people were there. Nomadic Fanatic was there last time. Just loads of people were there. Loads of people attend that one. So Mrs. S said, Mid-Atlantic stayed here, just passed by the Shell gas station where gas is $5.10. Oh my, I wish I could find $5.10. And a few 100 feet away in an Exxon station where it was only $5 a gallon. Highway robbery. Well, you think that's highway robbery? I passed a station where it was $6.79 a gallon. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys. In Oregon, I don't know what it is, but they said that they voted on it. I don't know what that means, but in Oregon, they have to pump your gas. You can't pump your gas. They have attendants at the gas station who even open your cap, do everything. You just put your card in, or if you hand it to them, they'll put your card in, but they don't even want you taking the hose out of your gas tank. I was talking to one of the guys, because I talk to everyone, but I was talking to one of the attendants, and he says he has a friend who works at a gas station in California. Hold on to your hat, because Nellie, you will not believe this. His friend told him that they were directed to adjust their pumps to be able to accept $10 a gallon gas, to be able to register it to go up to $10 a gallon in California. So that means they're getting ready. I mean, why would they register it or set the pumps to go to $10 a gallon unless they plan on charging $10 a gallon? I don't know. I think this country may come to a shutdown if gas goes to $10 a gallon. People will be quitting their jobs because it won't be economically feasible to go to work, pay so much money to drive to work, and only get, if you're paying 90 or 80% of your salary for gas, why would people even go to work? It's like a lot of people debate whether to go to work if they have small children and have to pay childcare. It's by the time they figure out the cost of childcare, it's not worth going into work for $20 a week. I think that's going to happen if gas goes up to $10. But I had said earlier this year, if you remember, I'd said it was going to go up to $8, but $10 a gallon. So how many of you, you know what, we need to organize a 1 week where everyone takes off work for a week and no one buys any gas for an entire week and see what happens. Because if gas gets to $10 a gallon, the smaller truckers are going out of business, which means that there will be less product available on the shelf. So that means it will go up. And I'm going to do a thing. Did I do the thing on Big Lots, what they did? Anyhow, it will go up. So we think we're paying a lot for products, food and stuff now. Gas goes to $10 a gallon. I'm just speechless. But anyhow, Tony Malone says, wow, I guess I will stop complaining as much about $4.65. $4.65. I haven't seen gas for below $5 in what, a month or more? No, 2 months. I don't think I've seen gas here in California. I haven't seen it in quite a while. VQ Crew says, what? Living in California is impossible. But you know what? Oregon, gas was maybe $5.79 and $6. It was the same prices. It was maybe about 20 cents less a gallon in Oregon. So Oregon they're going to be hurting too. Graham says Nora says this isn't an issue, a U.S. issue alone. No, it's not. My brother was telling me that gas in Europe, even years ago, was already $6 a gallon. Or they go by liter, but equivalent to $6 a gallon. Janice says Europe has always paid way more. Yep, I was just saying that. That's true. CTV says working to fill your tank just to work doesn't work. It doesn't. You're going to have shortage. You think you have a problem getting someone to help you in a store now, or no one will be going to work because no one will be able to afford to go to work unless they're on a bicycle. My editor, Enoch, he says he's buying an electric bike to go to work and back every day. He has to take his children to school, but he says he'll drop them off at school, go home, get on his electric bike and he's looking at that or a little moped or something, because he says he can't, and he doesn't live that far from his job, only a few miles, but yeah. Do you believe that? No Pro Go Pronto says here in New York, mobile gas is $5.99 and $6.99. Wow. Adele says stock up on food now. You know what? I am. Jessica keeps telling me, Mom, you don't need any more. You don't need any more toilet paper. You don't need any more of this. I'm telling her, Jessica, we do, because come this summer, someone was telling me, or someone that I watched, maybe, I can't remember, but they were saying that by end of June, food prices were going to be going up 20 to 30%. Well, they're going to go up, I think, a lot more than that. Chef Santa Cooking says, Mystery Achiever says, yes, an inflation strike. Yep, I think so. Chef Santa Cooking Travel is not dumb moves, just learning experiences. Even though I'm retired, I still look at the meat prices, and within the next 3 to 4 months, watch, it will double or triple grain prices. Yes, it will. Yep. Gavin's Nana says, I agree, Janice. I missed that. I have to go back and see. Jill Wiggins says Sacramento is $6.46 to $6.60 today. I hadn't used Gas Buddy that much, but I really used it on the trip to Oregon and found it very, very helpful. Janice and I caravanned, and we found a really good price, comparatively speaking, by using Gas Buddy. So Adele says, glad I have an electric bike. You know what? I may have to get an electric bike or even a regular bicycle. We have 2 of those little Hannah Montana scooters, but I don't think you can use those on the, I don't know. I know you can't use them on the streets, but maybe we'll just go down on the sidewalk or go in the middle divider. Yes, there's a little sidewalk in the middle going down from my house. We'll use those to go down to the store and up to the store.
Yeah, when I saw a mom and daughter do that on the sidewalk.
Jessica said she saw a mom and daughter with little moped things. Yes. So me and Jessica, we mom and daughter going down. I guess I'll have to get a basket for Cuddles and put him in the basket, strap him in, and we'll go to the grocery store like that. Mrs. G says, visited Germany in 77. It was $6 a gallon there. Wow. Wow. Well, we're headed there. I guess they're trying to normalize it all over the world. Nana Train says, but Europe has incredible public transportation. Good point. That's a great point. Few drive cars to work. Here, where I live, first of all, we have to walk about 2 miles to get to public transportation, down a hill, and then back up if we came. And then to get from where I live, even 20 miles, 25 miles, it takes about 3 hours because you have to go through all these transfers. You could I could ride my electric bike in the time that would take me to, but I'd have to go on the freeway, so that wouldn't be too cool. But Simply C says the trade-off for Texas gas still being at 465 is the outside temperatures 103, so we pay. I don't know. I think people are going to start paying. The difference is trying to stay cool. RV park, friends' home, sticks and bricks. That's true. Being in an RV in a very hot area can be miserable. I'd rather be somewhere cold. I can always pile more on. But when it's hot, that is a challenge. Roaming Ruka says, I agree, Adele. I'm doing the same. Using a bicycle, if that's what you're saying. Yeah. Janet says, clearly coming down Interstate 5, people didn't care how much gas they were burning as they were going in excess of 85 miles per hour. That's true. Very true. Roaming Ruka says, I'm buying extra toiletries too. Yeah. When I get home, I'm going to order some of those 25-year, those meals, Mountain House or whatever they call it, because some of the meat, because it's already, I noticed their prices have gone up, plus the containers have gotten smaller. So everything's going up, but I'm going to get some of that because meat prices are going to go bonkers. So we may become forced vegetarians or forced semi-vegetarians soon. Melba Wood says Columbus, Georgia 419. Wow. Wow. Watch out, prepare. Railroad union likely to strike by July. Really? Supply chain excuses coming. Clark Leekins said. So why is the railroad union likely to strike, Clark? What is the issue that's pushing them to strike? Adele says, get an electric golf cart. You know what? If I wonder how much those are. I bet those are going to go up too, though, because as people transition to other forms of transportation, just like with RVs, and minivans, remember how you used minivan? You used to get it for $3,500. Home on Wheels Alliance used to be building those out, and now they're $5,000 to $8,000. So if people start going to golf carts, pretty soon those will be going up too. Is Butterfly Track still in the house? If you are, I'm going to put up, I had said I was going to do an invite last time. I didn't get up. Butterfly Tracks, if you're still in the house, I'm putting this up and hopefully you can come up. So let's see if I can do. Yep, I got it without. Usually I boot myself out when I do that. Hey, Lola's in the house, lost on land again. If the price goes up enough, maybe some of our refineries will go back online and some drillers will drill again. One can hope. I don't know. Maybe they're being paid not to drill so that the gas prices can stay up. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but something crazy. That would be good though, Lola. Speaking of which, Lola, have you decided what park Lola? Oh yeah. What am I talking about? I've already made reservations and I got to send you the money. That's right. I am having a senior moment here. I am having a really senior moment. Lola, do you want to come up and share a little bit about Lollapalooza? If you do, I have a link. Hit it and I'll bring you up. If not, that's okay. But I had so much fun at Lollapalooza. Van life meetups are just fun. You get to see people that you see on YouTube. You get to meet them. You get to have fun. It's just a great time. Lindy and Lovey says, I hardly drive. Thank goodness for my van. Yeah. Martin one says, I paid $4.96 yesterday. Well, that's a lot less than we're paying. No Pro Go says, I missed that. I'm sorry, No Pro Go. CTV says, Heaven's Harvest has buckets of shelf-stable food too. Okay. How does it taste? I know the Mountain High is really tasty. How does the Heaven's Harvest taste, CTV, and how does it compare price wise? No Pro Go Pronto says, look at all the flights being canceled. Pay attention, people. So are the flights being canceled because of fuel prices? Because they say more people are booking flights than ever and traveling. So I'm wondering what's happening. Sylvia Torres says, I remember back in the late 70s. Oh, yeah, I remember that. There was a gas strike and people had to get gas by alphabetical order. I remember you had to do it on even and odd days based on your license plate. I remember that. It'll be your last name, or you couldn't get gas if it wasn't your letter of alphabet. I think if they had it by your license plate, and it was like Tuesday and Thursday, just like like in mine in California. I think I haven't paid that attention because I got rock in my front yard, but I think now they are watering based on I guess I don't know what it is, something to do with your address, but it's even or odd numbers or something. Things are getting crazy. Crazy again. Mrs. S said, Sylvia, yes, that was during the gas crisis. 1 to 2 hours in line after work to get gas. Only day, yeah, yep. Oh, it was based on last letter of your last name. Okay, I thought it was your license plate, but I didn't have to worry too much because I was driving my dad's car and he would always gas up for me. So those were the good old days. Van Life with Gina. Hey, Gina, how's it going? How's it going? Going to have you on a live coming up pretty soon, hopefully. Lost on Lanigan says flights being canceled due to a worker shortage. Wow. Wow. So is the worker shortage what are flight attendants? Well, I know flight attendants are being assaulted left and right. I mean, that's crazy. People on planes going bananas on flight attendants. But I missed a couple of comments there. Chef Santa Cooking Travel says, well, folks, have a blessed week. Stay cool and start stocking up rice and beans. Totally worth it. Yep. Absolutely. We're going to have to start having victory gardens too. Definitely. Clark Leakin says, railroad union at impasse with arbitration. Oh, President Biden may need to take executive action to compel union and railroad companies to continue operations. Wow. Wow. So I guess can declare a state of emergency or something. Oh my goodness. So Lindy and Levy says, I remember working for gas for hours, waiting for gas for hours in the 70s. Just waited in line. Yeah, the lines were miles long. Remember that? I remember, Kathleen, what did you say? I'm sorry. Kathleen, could you come back? I saw you, and when I went over there, it had passed. Janice says, that was the only time my parents let me take the car out on my own. Let the 15-year-old go sit half a day in the gas line. Yep, Dad, I didn't forget that. Well, fortunately, my dad went and gassed up for me and my mom, so we didn't have to worry about it. Lost on land, worker shortage. We know what that's code for. What is that code for, CTV? Tell me, because it's going right over my head. I need to know. Sylvia Torres says, yes, Mrs. S. I remember my dad used to go across the bridge from New York to Jersey just for gas. Oh, brother. Oh, pilot shortages as well, Adele says. Well, those pilots are getting paid up the wazoo. So why are they not going to work? I wonder why there are pilot shortages. I just can't figure all this stuff out. Lawson Lanigan says flight attendants, baggage handlers, mechanics, etc., etc. Now, some of those folks get paid. I don't know about flight attendants, but I know the baggage handlers and mechanics. Now, I have a nephew who works for an airline, and seems like every other weekend he's on a trip going somewhere because he's living it up, traveling on his freebie flights. I'm trying to get him to take me with him to Hawaii. So we're planning a trip. I've kind of twisted his arm a little bit to take me to Hawaii. But pilots are leaving and retiring. Yes, I did notice that most of the time when I've been on a flight, the pilots do tend to be older. So that is too much riffraff flying. Janice says too much riffraff flying. Well, I don't know because those prices are pretty high. I mean, have you seen the price of an airline ticket lately? Tickets that used to be you could get for like $298 now are $500, $600. Clark Leakin says, FYI, almost all feed for cattle and chickens delivered by rail, 5 to 7 days per week. Really? I didn't know that. Well, you know what that means. You know what that means. Lindy and Lovey, don't forget medicine. Keep stocked. Oh, yeah. Do stock up. I'm stocking up on medications for me and Jessica so that we will have enough because because that could be really critical if you don't have enough. If you don't have enough heart medication or blood pressure medication or something that's really essential. Mrs. S says, can't stock up on prescriptions because insurance won't pay for them if you try to pick them up too early. Fortunately, mine are generic, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and pay the extra and get them. But some of those medications though are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Fortunately, mine are not. So mine's like $20 or $30. So I think one's maybe 40, and one of them the insurance doesn't even pay for. So I forget the insurance. But Lost on Land says, "Oh, that's true, CTV." Oh, I remember. I missed that. Sorry, Lola. Sylvia Torres says, "Janice, that was something waiting at 15 years old." Yeah, but then she got to use the car, so it was worth the wait, huh, Janice? Uh Renee D. Hey, Renee. The job. Oops, the jab. Oh, hey, Red. I think we'll be seeing you soon at the meetup, hopefully. Stuart Riley says pilots are raping their airline's graph. Well, they're, I don't know what's happening, but hey, you've got a van, you're ahead of the game much more than a lot of people. If push comes to a shove, you can park it somewhere. That's why I say get a little off-grid property for a song and a dance somewhere, and at least you have a plot of land that you can call your own. You can park, plant some some produce, and get a couple of chickens, a couple of goats for milk, and that's what it's going to come to. Dee Dee says airline pilots are at shortage and the ones left are being forced to work more overtime hours. That's kind of scary when you think about it, having tired pilots. I'm already scared to fly anyhow, so that's not encouraging to me. um, Janice says Jill wouldn't be a bad idea. I didn't know what that was. Missed that. um, Everyone's saying hello. Lindy and Lovey says regular medicine like aspirin over the counter. My insurance gives me 3 months at a time. Yeah, I get 90 days. So I've just filled up for 90 days and I'm going to go back and fill up for another 90 days. So I will have 6 months just in case. Clark says flight needs pilot. Yep. COVID. Oh, many pilots, retirement, buyout. Now, why would they buy them out if they need the pilots? That doesn't make sense. Flying lost current certification. Takes minimum 30 days retraining to recertify. Wow. Carrie says 70s was a gas shortage. Lines were, yep, they were even longer than a mile, Carrie. Sometimes you ran out of gas before you got to the station. That's true. I saw that happen quite a bit. People would run out of gas. I try not to, turn the light on here. I try not to get below a half a tank because you never know what's going to happen when you have to go to the hospital or something. So I try to never get below half a tank. Gavin's Nana says, I bought my van in 2020 thinking I'd travel. Now I'm urban boondocking, driving as little as possible and saving money. Yeah, Gavin's Nana, that's the case in a lot of situations right now. It's a lot of people. I don't know. I'm hoping that I may end up selling both of my vans and getting something, getting a hybrid like Janice has, because when Janice and I were going to Oregon, I had to fill up at half a tank. It took me a half a tank to fill up. She used 4 gallons. That's right, 4 gallons on her hybrid. So I'm waiting to see if there's a
Sorry.
a hybrid van or a hybrid something, but then I heard that even Pro Masters, which are not hybrids because of parts, someone was telling me it's a 6 to 8 month wait for Pro Masters. Do you believe that? So, you know what? I just am not going to worry about things. I'm going to prepare the best that I can, enjoy life to the best that I can, and just not worry. I'm going to do everything I can to be prepared. Oh, excuse me, to be prepared. But, because if you started looking at everything we could worry about, we'd go nuts. And I'm just refusing to do that. I'm just going to trust in God, prepare the best that I can, and build a community. We've got a community, not my neighbors. That God knows I can't rely on one neighbor I can rely on, but can't rely on anyone else. So that's what I liked about some of these little communities, like Shady Cove, up near Prospect. I was talking to an older lady. So many of the people that I talked to in Oregon were from California. It was unreal. About 6 or 7 out of 10 people who had little businesses, little shops, little things were from California. But she was telling me how her and her husband, a storm knocked over a tree into their house and crushed partly through their roof. She said before they could even get the insurance out there, neighbors had come over with saws and were cutting the tree off. Another neighbor came over with a tarp. That's the kind of neighborhood I want to live in. And I'm just not finding that to be the case in Southern California. So I'm looking elsewhere, Arizona. Now I'm looking in Oregon, but we'll see pretty soon with everyone from California moving there. I may be leaving. If I leave and go to Oregon, I may find the same thing, but we'll see. All right, it's almost I was going to end early and it's already 10 after almost. So I'm going to say a couple more. I keep hitting this light. A couple more comments. Let's say Renee says, I know about unreliable neighbors. Yep. Los Atlantican says, Renee, they did shut the Texas grid down winter before last. Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was awful. People died. I remember that. They also shut the grid down in California, and they had it down for, almost a week. My brother was telling me. Yes, that was terrible. I hope they have, if they're going to do that, they'll have cooling centers. But a lot of elderly people don't have transportation and can't get to those cooling centers. It was crazy, crazy, crazy. Martin, someone said something about a car in St. Louis, in Denver now to look for a place. Okay. Beverly says, well said, Carol, be prepared. Trust in the Lord. Yes, trust in the Lord, be prepared to the best you can, and put the rest in his hands. Martin 1 says, yes, I can't refill my 2 generics early. Who does it say? We cannot stop living. We need to be smart, enjoy life as much as we can. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy it to the best that I can and just try and be sensible. Nora says, I'm lucky to have that wonderful community here where I live. You are. Nora, you've told me something about your community and how wonderful they are and how, everyone looks after each other. That is so cool. Clara says, hello, everyone. Just know God will take care of his own. Yes, we do what we can. Our Lord will do the rest. Yep, that's what we have to trust in. Van popping and seed dropping on the weekends. Said exactly, Carol. Prepare in faith in the Almighty. Yep, is key. Worrying about the crickets, critters, and the squirrels will drive you crazy. Well said. Well said. Well, I am going to. Martin 1 says, I can't refill my 2 generic early on pet food and medications. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's DJ saying that. DJ saying pet owners. Alma Paredes says, ma'am, Carol, please help me. Alma, uh, hit me up at Glorious Life on Wheels and let me know what's going on. I think you were here last week and I said that, but hit me up on my email. Let me know what's going on with you. Mrs. S says, don't stock up too much dry cat food or dog food. It has an expiration date. It is not very long and it becomes rancid. Okay. All right. So I'll get some extra cans. I'll look at the expiration dates. Thanks for that pointer. Adele says, an easy fix for heat is to run a bathtub with cold water and get in it. That's a good idea, Adele. That's a good idea. Red says, that was me, Carol, about my hybrid. Yeah, I want a hybrid. Nora says, can I give my Etsy shop address? Yes, yes, yes. I'm having a sale through the end of June. By all means, Nora, go over and check her Etsy shop out. She is a fabulous, talented artist. Go over and check Nora. Nora, drop your link. Can everyone, all my moderators, please drop your link? Thank you for saying that, Nora, because that reminds me. Moderators, please drop your links. Also, anyone who is a creator, would you please put a C in, a C for creator, so we can know who the creators are? Graham saying bye-bye to Globies. Remember to be kind to each other. Yes, yes. Bye, Graham. Say hello to the bride for us. Aaron, $20. Help out with fuel. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you so much. I typically donate the super chats to people who are in need, but thank you. There are a lot of people who are having a problem with fuel, and that will be a big help. Thank you so much, Aaron. Aaron, thank you, Aaron. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. That's so very generous. I'm just glad that you're here, but the fact that you did that too, I appreciate it. Thank you. Sylvia, Nora, or Arkuda, I would love to know around where you're at. All right. Red says that's what Red's going to do. Enjoy life one day at a time. God will take care of me. Yep. Stuart says, my father said to me, if you're going down to hell, say we.
Oh my.
Your father must have been quite a character, Stuart. Must have been quite a character. Okay, there's Nora's Etsy shop at www.etsy.com/shop/artwork. Artworks by Nora K. So go over, you see that. She said she can't make a link. If there's anyone in here who can make a link, can you do that? But that's Nora's shop. If you look on Etsy, go over and check it out. Alma says, I don't know your email. It's gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com. Gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com. That's going to be it till the end of June. Then I'm going to be changing my email. And there's Red's a creator. There's her channel, her link to her channel. Chef Santa Cooking Travels. Thank you, Chef, for these. Graham says the bride's still in bed. It's early Sunday morning here. Oh, okay. All right. Janice says, where are you, Chef Santa? Red says, Alma, the email is Gloria. Thank you for dropping that, Red. Sylvia says, happy Father's. Oh, yes. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much, Sylvia, for reminding me of that. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the chat. Lisa says, Carol, I am an eBay seller. Can I drop my seller ID? Yes, you can. Absolutely. We want to support everyone in here in the chat. So if you're a content creator, if you have an eBay seller or eBay store, or if you have Etsy, please put it down. Now, if you're the first time here, and this is going to be the last thing I'm going to do before signing off. If you're the first time in the chat, can you put a number 1? Because we love to just welcome you into the Globee family. So if you're the first time here, please put a number 1 so we can give you some love. So, hey there, Roy and Becky's Travel. Howdy, howdy again. The internet came back finally. Well, welcome, welcome. I caught up with Roy and Becky one year over in Courtside. So welcome, Roy. And they have a live every day at 10 o'clock. So go over and check them out. Hey, No Pro Go Pronto. No, it's first time in the house. So can everyone go over and say hello to No Pro? Tony Malone, first time in the house. Hey, Load Box, first time in the house. Charme Sykes. Is that how you said? I hope that's right. Charme Sykes. Renee D, first time in the house. And I have an interview with Renee D, so you got to go over and check that out. Lindy Lovey is a creator. Hey, Sako Bori is first time. So can everyone go over it and say hello and give some love to our first time Globies? We welcome. We love you. Welcome in the house. And Stuart, what did Stuart? Stuart says, hello, newbies. Thank you, Stuart. And Adele is saying hello to everyone. Red is saying hi to Sako. Thank you. Clara is welcoming everyone. Judy is welcoming everyone. Thank you, and welcome all the first timers. We need to do that again. It was awesome to meet you. Yeah, we'll have to do that again in Quartzsite. Hopefully you'll be in Quartzsite this winter, and we will meet up. I might even park over in your cul-de-sac. They had a cul-de-sac in the neighborhood over there. I have to park over in the cul-de-sac if you'll let me come.
What the heck is a cul-de-sac?
It's like a street that doesn't have you can't drive out of it. It's like just
the one-way streets.
Not exactly one way, but it comes to a dead end. You can't go out. Yeah. Jessica wanted to know what a cul-de-sac was. So, different Renee D. Oh, this isn't Renee Dusser. Oh, okay. Well, Renee D, welcome. Still, welcome, Renee D. Well, Deborah on the go. Hey, I'm good at cutting stuff out. Okay. Renee D is a creator. Hey, Melba Woods, first time here. Welcome. Lisa, Lily, I didn't see your link to your store, Lily, because I'm getting ready to go. So drop it before I leave. Beverly Willard says, hi, the like and button and subscribe, everyone. Thank you, Beverly. I appreciate that. All right. Gonna head out. I've got to be heading down to Sacramento to say hello to some folks, and then spending hopefully Father's Day with my brother. And this is his first Father's Day since his daughter passed. So the first of everything is difficult. Well, everything is difficult. Your world's different, but I wanted to particularly spend this Father's Day with him. So me and Jessica are heading down there. Whew, I've got so many videos I'm going to try and get edited and up to you all next week. So much going on, but and then the meetup in July. Whew, get out of one thing and into the next. But thank you all. Hey, Fee, hello. And Fee's going to be having a meetup. So, but I'll let her announce that at some point. Stephanie says, happy to see you live. Thank you, Stephanie. Happy to see that you're in. Hey, Stuart says, thank you, Stuart. And thank you again, Aaron, for this super chat. I really appreciate it. And hey, RJ Funch, greetings to your brother. Thank you. Well, folks, another live is concluded. We're still here. We're still kicking, gas prices and all. We refuse to let them get us down, don't we? So love you all. May your journeys be filled with joy and blessing. And I will see you next time, same channel, same time. And stay tuned next week, probably about Tuesday. I'm going to start knocking out some of these videos from this trip and some other ones. So love you. See you next week. Now to see if I can sign out. I always think I've signed out and you guys keep talking because I'm not signed out. But hopefully I will. And I'll see you next week, guys. Take care.